So Brian Cook, 1 starts for the USA. Number 2, Taylor CRABB. Number 3, Maddison McKibbin. And number 5, Riley McKibbin. So they go with the 4 that started the semi-final.
So Maddison McKibbin will play on the right side, left-hand. He'll play in that opposite stroke right side position. Taylor CRABB will probably do most spiking on the left-hand side and play as a defender as well. Cook will be playing that middle role. He'll have the pass and steamroll in to try and score.
So that is the quartet that Phil Noyes has sent out. Now let's hear the roar for the 4 starting from Qatar. Cherif wears 1. Saif wears 3. Ziad 5. And Denis 6. So it is the 4 we expected to start for Qatar out on the sand.
Expect them to use the middle. Denis is, again, a beach setter, but he has got indoor experience with Billy's club here. He took a night to no man on the World Tour last year. But their joy here will come through Cherif on the right side. How can they unlock him to try and get him away from 2 blockers? He'll have CRABB up against him, and he'll try and have Cook, who'll be trying to get across to that left side to try and put 2 blockers in the way, to try and take away angles.
And as Cherif runs hot, the USA are going to have their work cut out. But it's a big if.
Absolutely. He's run hot the whole competition. The difference now is that the USA have completely changed their system, and how will that affect Cherif in the long run?
We'll find out, because here we go, the men's gold medal match of the 4x4 beach volleyball competition is about to get underway. Qatar playing from left to right. McKibbin, and the block comes in. CRABB flicks out the right hand. The back set for Maddison McKibbin. The block is there from Saif. It's still alive for the USA, but the advantage, oh no! A heavy touch from Denis gives the first point to the USA, but that sets the tone for the match ahead. We're in for a belter.
Yeah, fours volleyball is usually seen as a social competitive sport, but now it's arrived on the world scene. And if that's a sign of things to come, you're completely right. We are in for an absolute treat. Taylor CRABB's cover there, straight off the bat, world class.
This is Riley McKibbin, the white cap. Denis with the set. They go the back set. Cherif off the top of the block.
Interesting move here. They're trying to move Maddison McKibbin the whole way across the face of the court. Sorry, he's staying on the left side, and it's Cook that's trying to double stack.
Ziad
playing defense.
Goes down to Cook. Riley McKibbin to Maddison McKibbin. This has to go. This is the 3rd touch for Qatar. Cook to CRABB. CRABB cuts the most ridiculous of angles, but Cherif, as he has done throughout, hand up, he's touched the net, he'll own up.
Yeah, Cherif and Ahmed TIJAN are currently the most successful Asian team competing in the World Tour since they started their partnership in 2018. 3 medals for them.
Ziad is picked out on the serve by CRABB. Saif fires it in to Maddison McKibbin. 2-all.
What we're witnessing here is that Maddison McKibbin has been sent in to do a job really on Cherif blocking. So where he's spiking from the right side and side out, he's blocking on the left. And that's to try and match up against Qatar's biggest threat.
And Cherif has put that onto the antenna. Can't touch that red and white stick on the side of each net. So Maddison McKibbin serves and serves long.
The good thing for the USA is they have got options. Troy Field has had a great first year on the AVP Tour playing with Tim Robinson. They can go to field. He's super physical, very, very high. And Patterson is, Case Patterson, he's made a career of playing right side. He's playing the Olympic Games through that avenue. But Maddison McKibbin opens up so well there. The elbow pulls back, and his arm rifles through. Physical battle already, this one, Charlie.
Good block from Cook. And daylight for the first time in this gold medal match. The USA 5, Qatar 3.
Cook making the read. His eyes are not watching the ball, they're watching anything that's going through the net. So he's watching the body language of the spiker. He makes another great step there.
Just off the top of the block.
And this is why Cook here has got almost, he's doing the donkey work for the team. He's having to pass, he's having to spike, and he's also having to run in and do the middle blocking, which is the toughest in the team.
CRABB on the wide block, off the net cord and wide.
Again, the USA, because they're feeding Cook in the middle, opens up a one-on-one for Taylor CRABB on the outside. He'll be disappointed he didn't put that one away.
Denis, again they serve to Cook. No, that landed out. The Qatari fans down below our position thought that was in. They've gone up giving it the big cheer, but it landed out sadly from their perspective.
It's the absolutely mental thing about fours is that Cherif is the right side player and he's tucking in to try and block the middle, forgetting about CRABB. And now McKibbin is on the right side again, trying to get the block.
Cherif has got the power game, there is no doubt about that. Has he got the finesse if required?
I think Cherif is completely the power. He's so high and he swings it up on the ball. He's not trying to hit the ball steep. He hits steep, he gets blocked. If he stays high, he has that opportunity to go off the fingertips and out of play.
Back set for Maddison McKibbin. He was team cameraman, wasn't he, to start with? Maddison McKibbin, he was filming everything.
Yeah, you have to check out the McKibbin's online presence, the videos they post. They're big growers of the game, and that's why you'll see them with the camera in hand all the time.
Back set, here goes Cherif once more. And, well, the USA will be happy with that. They're getting there, aren't they? They're getting touches on the ball. It's just whether they can direct the block back in field.
Yeah, the problem there for Cook, can he finish with his hands dropping inside back into the court? But it's difficult against Cherif because he takes the ball at a different point every time. Makes him difficult to block.
CRABB, Cherif's hang time. He makes the block and then the kill. And Qatar back in front.
Game on is exactly as we said it would be. Everything's trying to go through the right side for Cherif. The USA are trying to balance up their offense by using the middle, making the blockers think.
Was that touched? Yes, it was.
It's Taylor CRABB hitting that flatter set to the pin where he can just go wrist away to the sideline. He can take it later and go to the line. Taylor CRABB yet to medal on the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour, and that's a crazy fact. Took a 4th in Stade last year. Took a 4th in Rome in the World Tour finals.
Yeah, well, he was continental champion 10 days ago.
Definitely wasn't a safe get.
With Jacob Gibb.
Jake Gibb, 3-time Olympian.
7-time second on the AVP.
Yeah, he's had some record. Taylor's brother, Trevor, potentially watching. Also, Final Four at the World Championships this year with Tri-Ball. Okay, now we've got game on. 2 blocks in quick succession from the Americans. Just sent a clear message. That's a great position. There's no gaps in the block, so Cherif hasn't got any avenue to manipulate the ball through.
Down the middle they go. Oh, great reactions from Denis. Yeah, any part of the body will do, but you have to credit Cook with that great block. And there is 3 points between the two at the side switch.
The last 3 to 5 minutes for me has all been about Cook, the way that he's reading the game through the net. He's getting out to the outside. He's doing that really hard work for the team. And he's prevailing. He's made 2 or 3 blocks. Alongside the likes of Taylor CRABB scoring freely. Maddison McKibbin's had a great start to the game as well.
So, another good point for the USA.
Big celebrations as Cook makes another read to the wing. Manages to double stack on the outside. This is what middle blockers in indoor volleyball are paid a lot of money to do. Leave no gaps between the block.
The timeout call by Qatar. They trail by 4. Here it is again. They enjoyed that one. This is the defensive effort. Cherif under a little bit of pressure. Some great super slow-mos. Wonderful view of this Katara Beach, the final time that we will be here at these inaugural ANOC World Beach Games. And befitting the occasion with Qatar in the final is Emir, there he is, Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani is turned up to see how his side can fare in this gold medal match. Riley McKibbin just sticking out the hand.
It's a great setting here, right by the water. So much other sports going on, but Riley McKibbin being able to just sit inside any gap that's presented in the block, inside the split, covering the seam. He's made a lot of good reads this week.
Denis, the back set. Cherif was fairly well telegraphed that was going there. Denis in a rare form of attack.
The game changer of the minute, Cook again. He's watching through the net. He sees the body language of Denis. Then he gets his line, presents his hands, penetrates and makes the block. What a game he's having.
Here comes Cherif off the block this time.
The team performance of the USA's has been the difference. Again, balance in the setting options. They seem to have big power on both wings, and Cook is getting fed so much.
Oh, well, somehow Qatar have got that back, but here comes another attack. This joust of the net of Saif, who's touched the net.
Maddison McKibbin in a really advantageous situation here where he can push up on the ball, and it always helps the player jousting if they can push up and push off.
McKibbin goes to Ziad. Denis, the set all the way across, and Saif wins that little duel.
CRABB everywhere. He's renowned as one of the best defenders in world beach volleyball, CRABB. He's very much one of the players that are the present and the future of the sport going forward. You'd expect him to be representing USA at Tokyo 2020, although there's a big race towards Tokyo 2020.
Saif, no touch. And this is just running away from Qatar, this first set. Remember, they did lose the first set to the USA in the group stage, 16-21, and came back. But as you pointed out, as we pointed out a couple of times, it's a different USA side out there now.
Yeah, they've really understood the concept of the game. And speaking to the McKibbins after their victory yesterday, they were saying how they were taking this more indoor style, and they were trying to play with indoor, but with beach setting, which is really difficult because the hand setting rules are very much beach orientated at the moment, but they are pushing those boundaries, but at the moment it's pretty clean.
Cherif comes up with the block. It wasn't the best of sets, and it allowed Cherif to come across, and he does just that.
Cherif is just giving up Taylor CRABB there and giving him a free net, and he's trying to read the game as well. It's such a fantastic battle of the blockers at the moment.
And they're there again, Saif and Cherif. And now it's the USA's turn to burn the time out.
I personally don't think the USA will be too worried at the moment. They still have a 2-point lead, and what they're hoping now is that they go back to McKibbin on the right side, or they go out to the left-hand side, and they'll be able to lose the blocker and score a point. That's the hope. If they flood the middle, then they're going to be able to go to the outside and lose the blockers.
So a chance just for everyone to catch their breath. It's been a fantastic start to this men's 4x4 beach volleyball gold medal match. Not a spare seat in the house.
Almost exactly what we expected. Lots of emotion, lots of great plays. Everyone's giving 110, but the reads from the blockers making the difference.
Cherif, well, he's going well. 9 attempts, 6 successes, 2 blocks. We'll take that.
That's exactly where he needs to be, though, in this game if Qatar want to take the gold medal.
And that one is wide of the mark. And it's fascinating how this pendulum of pressure swings from one side of the net to the other. You have your peaks and you have your troughs, and it's how you deal with both of those.
You're exactly right. And you see that McKibbin went to the outside there with CRABB. He goes there again, just flings it out to the stick. And that's the benefit of having somebody that's set indoors in your roster in beach fours, can set long distances, big width and big speed as well.
Just quickly, a change substitute. Taylor CRABB is off, Troy Field on.
Not because CRABB's doing a bad job, I feel. Troy Field can get super high here in the block, and he might just be able to throw Cherif and throw one back at Qatar. His test.
Well, he's going to get a chance right away, and he does that, but Ziad is there to pick up the block. That is power from Cherif. McKibbin has to get out of the way. And the roll, Ziad taking no chances. Oh, yes, well, they'll enjoy that. Troy Field straight in.
That is some rally. That dig earlier on from McKibbin, scooping the line off the chest, the jumbo to the deep centre of court, and then Cook takes it into his own hands.
18-15, high fives all round, everyone's happy. It's been played in a really good spirit, this gold medal match.
You're completely right. This is what fours volleyball is all about. Highly competitive, but also just intense as you like. More defensive touches because there's more players on court.
Ziad, he's missed it. He's missed it. That could be costly because it takes the USA to within 2 points of this first set.
It's the little things, I think, that make a big difference. That change, bringing Troy Field in to make that block. He didn't make a kill block, he made a continuation block, but still it led to the USA winning the point.
Cherif thunders it down once more. They need a run of points here, Qatar. CRABB's coming back on for Field. So that's 2 of the 4 substitutions allowed, done, and the player that comes on has to be replaced by the player that comes off, if that makes sense. Oh, good get from Ziad.
I think that CRABB's just being kept in for that consistency, the fact that he can pass the ball well into McKibbin and then run a tempo to the pin that he's very comfortable running.
So here are 4 set points for the USA. Brian Cook, ball in hand, floats one to Ziad. Denis with the set to Cherif. It's not a good set. Cherif has to really improvise, and he does well.
The USA almost serving Qatar into system, but in turn that buys Cook a bit of time to get across and double stack on the right side.
Denis with the serve. Goes to Maddison, McKibbin. Riley serves. Cherif is there on the angle to pick up the defense. Good work from him. Now, can he find the winner? No, he can't. It's wide. It's long. And it is first blood to the USA in this set. Oh, it's touched. It's been touched. The USA have owned up to a touch. Now, talk about sportsmanship right there. A gold medal match, but they want to win it fairly. Hats off, chapeau, as they say, to Team USA.
Great role models for anyone watching the USA.
It's not a win at all cost attitude. It's a win the right way, and, well, they'll feel they deserve that. But they take the opening set 21-18, and, well, they're worthy of that first set. They played the better, the more complete beach volleyball, but only by a couple of % from Qatar, who are still very much in this.
Just two completely contrasting styles of play coming to the forefront here in the gold medal match. Cherif is definitely on form, but is he on fire yet? We don't know. But is that because of the way that the USA is setting up and blocking? Cook's had a great game. As we keep saying, his job in the middle is to stop the attacks of Cherif, and he's done it in fine fashion throughout. CRABB is bringing consistency. The McKibbins also consistent as you like, and they're posing a big threat. Riley McKibbin is starting to run the game really nicely as well.
So United States taking the first set, 21-18 in this men's gold medal match. Well, the fans are enjoying themselves, if not as much as they might do if Qatar had won that first set.
Still very much in with a shout here. It's phenomenal. Casey Patterson leading the team talk here, which is great to see. Such a inspirational player on the AVP Tour, World Tour as well, Casey Patterson. Started in that setting position. He's also played some right side for the USA.
So the USA set to the good, 21 points to 18. Now, can Qatar deliver the set that 95% of this stadium want? If they can, it's going to be some third set, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
For sure they can. They've done it time and time again throughout this competition, lost the first set, but the atmosphere here and the ambience that this is providing is unbelievable, and something that I don't think anyone expected walking into these games to have something as special as this. This occasion is...
Oh, hello. That is some keep up from Qatar. CRABB on the track, and then the touch by Ziad of the net. Well, how they've kept this alive, let's have a look here. The net touches him because of the ball on the top of the net cord.
You can see why they're frustrated, Qatar, but at the same time they can't afford to get themselves into these sorts of battles with referees. They have a bigger battle to fight here against the USA.
Back set for Cherif.
You can see on the main screen, every time he scores, the whole crowd just on their feet, just backing their players in all the time.
He is a showman, isn't he?
Yeah, originally from Senegal. Played at Rio 2016 with Jefferson Rera. Did very well, taking the top 10 finish.
So USA 2-1 to the good. So here goes Cherif again, and there's McKibbin and Cook to put it back at him.
When Cherif is effective, he's at his highest possible point hitting angles. He's a little bit off balance there, and once again, McKibbin has done a fine job. He's hitting from the right side, but he's out there to do a job on Cherif all evening long. That's all he's worrying about, is Cherif McKibbin. That means that when they're in transition here, they're a bit confused because the left hand's on the left
four
side.
touches. The block counts. If there's a block touch, that counts as one of your 3 touches, and the USA just lost their way a little bit.
They're very much the beach rules for four-a-side volleyball.
Qatar level it up.
The inside hand from Cherif penetrating so far over, taking those angles away. Now we have a bit of disruption as trying to figure out what's going on.
First referee wants them back on the court. Cherif still smiles. CRABB gives a thumbs up. Right, let's continue, shall we?
So what a special atmosphere this is in here at the moment.
Maddison McKibbin unleashes cross court. Well, can't deal with that.
that's the one to stop for Qatar, really. 3 or 4 times he's unleashed that same angle through the body. He opens up, his elbow comes back so nicely. Maddison McKibbin. Be interesting to see if Qatar change some tactics on him on the right side, whether they take more of the angle and give him a bit more of the line.
That was bread and butter for Cook.
Saying all week, as soon as you have someone that fills that middle position as well as Cook is now, you have a great force team. He's getting out well, he's watching through the net.
Little pokey, good work. Oh, even better from Riley McKibbin. Maddison McKibbin to Denis. Ziad on the setting roll. Cherif has to move a long way to his right as well to get the ball into play. Advantage USA. That now swings back to Qatar. Can Ziad finish down the middle? No, he can't. Pushes it right at Riley McKibbin. Here's CRABB off the set. Ziad somehow keeps it alive. CRABB on the cross court. Denis gets there. Ziad will set. Cherif wins it. What a rally. What a rally. So unbelievable defense on both sides of the net. That's the first one. Well, where do you start with the highlight? You can watch the whole thing again.
Qatar just matching the USA in defensive reads early on. Riley McKibbin making 2 outrageous reads, but in transition the USA just couldn't polish the point off, digging their heels in Qatar and finally earning their chance to go to Cherif. Didn't happen naturally. They had to work really hard through that rally to unleash the big man on the right hand side.
Saif goes to Maddison McKibbin. Riley McKibbin, the quick set off the middle. Ziad's not going to get there.
And when you're hitting that quick balls and middle indoors, is showing 5 with your shoulders and giving yourself both angles at the net. Cook for an outside spiker. Hasn't played so much
yellow
middle
card.
in his career.
Yellow card showed to the USA. Have a sneaking suspicion. Didn't see what it was for. Was it for time wasting? Because I know Maddison McKibbin had come over to the bench. But anyway, there's a warning for the USA.
I'm sure it's a time delay card. Not sure what for. The sign from the referee.
Now, does Ziad mean to do that?
Don't know. It's the answer. Absolutely no idea.
Because we've seen a lot of 4-on-4 beach volleyball this week, and that's the first time that's happened.
And the cheeky tomahawk back on one isn't one that we've seen so far.
Denis, Cherif down the middle. Boom.
It's a sign of Qatar suffering here. Cherif has played on that right side all week long. They've had to change the picture for the USA to try and squeeze a point.
Oh, what a get from Riley McKibbin. Maddison McKibbin's got into the net, does he? No, the touch is from Saif.
Better blocking from Qatar, taking that angle. We'll have a better look at it through here. Swinging out, but taking the cross court somehow. Good cover, just slightly too tight in the end. Saif going through.
Ziad, Maddison McKibbin comfortably underneath it.
Everything that Cook has touched this evening has turned to gold. They're still not happy with this Qatar, but Cook was sure that ball bounced in on the turn, hammer to the line.
Qatar take that point.
And for Cherif, he's still not killing the ball cleanly. The first one, Cook again is getting across double stacking. They know where the ball's going to go. It's just a matter of time before they get more stops on Cherif. Even though Cherif was victorious that time around, it wasn't because of the USA did anything bad. Taylor CRABB just running a quicker ball again to the stick. Been really impressive. The balance, just like the women, the balance of the USA side tonight through the middle on both wings has been the difference here so far against Qatar. who have really relied again on Cherif.
Denis, they go across to Saif, that's off the block.
Possible tactic for Qatar is that they're trying to fly the ball to the outside to go over the top of Taylor CRABB, being slightly smaller on that side. And also, he's not renowned as a blocker, he's renowned as playing defense. But the speed of the setting between the two teams, very evident here. Riley McKibbin setting on a quicker tempo all the time to Denis.
Ziad with the block, and they're back to within 2 here.
Well disguised with the right hand from McKibbin. He's only going cross court from there. Too quick, too wide that time. So the USA system not paying off.
Denis and the line judge having to take evasive action as that one comes hurtling towards them. Side switch, 11-8. USA, as it was in the first set. Can Qatar find that couple of percentage?
At the moment, they're going to find it very difficult because even when they do score, as I was just saying, it's not because they're killing the ball cleanly. The USA are making them have to do something very special to score on every occasion.
Maddison McKibbin goes to Ziad. Denis, cross court to Saif, off the block.
Once again, they're trying to go over the top of Taylor CRABB. McKibbin is, again, trying to almost man-to-man mark Cherif, Maddison McKibbin. It's just such a different USA performance than what we saw in the early stages of this competition.
Over on this 2-ball, long. Just too much on it from Riley McKibbin. 1-point game.
Pass just drifting in tight. McKibbin really had no choice but to go on 2.
Cherif. Oh, yes. Timeout called. USA because Qatar have clawed an 8-11 deficit back to parity.
Big block from Cherif. Potentially the USA might have to start thinking about using the middle again to get Cherif interested back into the center on Cook for unleashing it back to CRABB on the wing, but who knows. Also, they have that substitute that worked really well for them in the opening set on Troy Field to bring on a little bit of more physicality on the wing.
Well, cool heads required on both sides of the net going forward now. What a view that is.
Stunning set.
Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? So this one on a knife edge. 11-all, second set. USA took the opener 21-18. Best of 3 sets in this final. Qatar with Saif. They go to Cook. Here comes Cook.
Great decision making from Riley McKibbin. It's on the knuckle, but I think he felt he had to go back to the center. Cook's on fire, and that should make Taylor CRABB's evening slightly more comfortable as well through that left side.
Denis, Cherif, there's the big block, it's wide.
Cherif is so high that when he's in rhythm, it's very hard to stop. Himself and Ahmed TIJAN can make the final 4 of a 4-star, or they can also go out at a 25th. It's an interesting team to follow.
That is from Cook.
Said at the timeout that McKibbin had to go back to the middle because Cook is playing so well, but it's just going to open so many other avenues for the outside spikers as this game goes on.
Standing room only here. They're standing in the aisles, they're standing in the seats. Saif just about gets his body out of the way. 13 all. Denis goes down the middle to Kirk, still there for the USA. Here comes CRABB. Cherif will feel he probably could have got that one because it was such a wide set.
Well, you look at the reaction here. McKibbin and CRABB just look at each other because the width and the speed is actually what does Cherif. Because it's an extra half a meter, Cherif then has to lunge. He can't balance, he can't penetrate, so he leaves himself open to be pulled off the side. Very, very good speed. Cherif's arm's just getting caught out of his body line.
Here comes Cherif again. He finds an impossible angle througthrough that block. 14 all. Cherif, 25 attacks, 15 successes. Here comes CRABB. What a get. And Qatar in front.
That's exactly what Qatar needs to get back into this game. Look at the reaction from the crowd. Going absolutely nuts in here. So it's super high, this sit down.
This is back to the wall defense from the home nation.
And for them, it's just an absolute battle. It's not so systematic. Their coach is so smart with their serving and blocking tactics, Barasetti, the whole way through this competition, but they're just digging their heels in throughout. For anyone watching Fours volleyball, maybe for the first time, it is this exciting all the time. It always has been for those who have played it. McKibbin has to go on two. Goes out to Maddison McKibbin, who just works one back to the line.
And Cherif is there again.
Cherif's ability to change the angle there is off the radar. He charges in on an angle, and then he works off the block back to the line. His hand comes through, his arm as well. Changing the angle of what he shows with his body to what his arm does is the difference.
Saif.
He's on fire.
Saif serves to Cook. Here goes Maddison McKibbin. It's off the block. Everyone's celebrating. Here comes Field for CRABB once again. Just off the right hand of Ziad.
And as Cherif starts to implement himself into the game, going off the hands and over the top, Field comes in to try and get higher.
And gets to it. There you go.
Exactly the substitution that the USA needed. Troy Field is coming. Everyone's gone straight to Field because that's why he's come into the team, to add a bit of extra height, and Bosch gets
the left hand to it. USA with the advantage now. They're in front on the scoreboard in this set, and there he is again, Field on Cherif. Ziad, more of an angle, and he has to go a bit harder. It's off the block, but the USA won't mind that.
Unbelievable work from Field. He's going to leave now because Taylor Crabb's going to come back into pass. So he's going to come into pass and keep consistency, but Field's job.
And Patterson wants to come on for Cook, but he's not being allowed on.
The ability for Field just to make Cherif think there twice is key.
The block lands on the line. The block lands on the line.
Tight setting from McKibbin, but he's falling away. He's in a desperate position there, Riley McKibbin. And to get it back was one thing, but it's too tight. Fantastic blocking, but also the serving here from Qatar. Barasetti is king at setting his team up.
Qatar then serving 18-17. And Cherif, service error, levels it up 18 all. And Pattterson straight out. That's them done now, the USA. No more substitutions allowed for them. Denis, Saif has to change his angle of attack. Cherif will have a go now, cross court, and there is Cook.
The amount of thought that the USA have put into this performance from the first game to the last is exemplary. McKibbin doing a job, always tracking Cherif unless Troy Field is on the court. And then Cook doing the lion's share of the physical work, tracking across the face of the net, double stacking and putting pressure on. It's been a fine performance from the USA.
Let's have a look at the statistics. Well, the attack is being shared between Cook, CRABB and Maddison McKibbin, 15, 18, 16 respectively, but you're looking at the blocks. You've got 6 for Cook, 1 for Taylor CRABB, 3 for McKibbin. Well, Field hasn't received any on the stats, but he's definitely had a couple. So Qatar just trying to change the momentum in this second set. The USA 2 points away from gold. Can Qatar find a way to force a third set?
It's absolute fire right now. And say that fours has always been a social element of the sport, and this couldn't be further afield than being social. This is so intense.
Denis goes to Cherif, and the block, and here are 2 gold medal points for the United States of America. McKibbin and Cook again doing the double act on Cherif.
They know exactly where the ball's going. We were saying earlier on, Cook manages to get across. He doesn't get his hands over his head. He really works him back into the space to shut Cherif down.
McKibbin to Saif. Now they change it up. Saif goes cross, it's out. It's out. It's out. Oh, CRABB thought he'd won it. So this is it. Here we go. Denis gives the ball a little kiss before he spins her serve. Goes down the middle to Cook. Here goes Cook down the middle. The block by Saif. McKibbin. Cook. CRABB. Oh, Ziad. What a save that is from Ziad. Cook to win it. Oh, Cherif. Cook tries to go on the reverse twist, and Cherif gets up to slam it back down. That is a ridiculous point. Ziad, the Superman save. And then CRABB, does he get a little too cute, or does he try to improvise? Either way, Cherif has hang time to put it back down.
His timing slightly out there from Cook, so he has to go with the knuckle, and Cherif just delays his timing and swats him so well.
Saif, here comes Cherif. Oh, the crowd are going into this one. Second ball over. Cherif again, another chance to give them set point. Maddison McKibbin plays it back, it's too heavy. The joust, where's it going? This needs to go over, does it not? Touches. That's 4 touches. Surely that's 4.
Referee Robert Lecco has given that one.
I thought that was 4 touches.
Qatar, but the crowd are going crazy. Taylor CRABB still trying to get his case across to Robert Lecco. The last 2 points.
Yeah, the joust here. Man, does that come off Cook because of the trajectory of the ball? That's hard to tell. Anyway, back to the thing. Back to the contest, sorry. And off Saif. The USA actually get a little lucky there because the set was so low that Qatar couldn't get a hand on the ball without touching the net.
Last few points have been absolutely crazy. Full capacity, over 1,000 people in here, pushing for Qatar. And they're just digging their heels in. The USA haven't done anything so bad. Qatar have just had a bit of the rub of the green. They're fighting hard for each other. And some of the plays from Saif and Cherif, out of this world.
CRABB to Ziad, and Ziad with the heavy touch gives match points to the USA for the second time.
I think what you see here is the experience of CRABB just coming in, staying calm.
CRABB, oh, he's overcooked
it. To the tense platform prior of Ziad.
Ziad, who had that ridiculous save when they levelled it up at 20-all. Goes to Maddison McKibbin. Here comes CRABB. Cherif's up there, but he's deflected it onto the referee.
Super smart from CRABB. He's so tight to the net, so he's not looking for any angles. He is just looking to try and go high off the hands of Cherif, who then has to go searching into the space to try and make the block.
Maddison McKibbin floats it to Ziad. Saif. Touched by Riley McKibbin. Does he have to touch it? I think that was going out.
I think that one's out. I think if I'm in McKibbin's place right there, I am searching to try and dig that ball. If it's close, I'm going for it. But
Qatar get away with one there, 23-all. This is giving everything, this second set. Is it the final set? Here comes CRABB. Ziad just looks at his hands as it drops.
The speed of the set, opening up splits in the block, and always second best here, Ziad. He's always chasing to try and get across because of the speed. CRABB will go off in all day long, no problem.
Cook, where's this one going? Into the net. Couldn't write it. Couldn't write it.
2 missed serves on match point.
Well, I think that's just the pressure of the situation.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Cherif, 24-all. McKibbin. Cherif will be interested. It's off Cherif. It's off Cherif.
Taylor CRABB, so smart in his execution again. It's tight, so he's just going to go high. If he hits steep, it's good night. He has to go high, has to go off the hands.
When we talk about cool head and pressure situation, and CRABB has delivered every time so far. Now it's the turn of... It's wide, it's all over. Saif has missed it, and the USA take the gold medal in the men's 4x4 beach volleyball competition. But my word, what a second set, what a final. Despair for the Qatari players right now, but they should be incredibly proud of the performance they put in. Cherif is down on his haunches on the sand, the coach comes across, but on the other side of the net is the other story, the joy for the USA.
They should be so proud. Undefeated until the final, Qatar. They've done a fantastic job hosting the event, but the USA lost their opening 2 games, and since then, problem solved, made so many changes to their system and their team, and they've been victorious here. They take the gold.
Final score, 2 sets to love. USA 21-18, 26-4 in an absolute blockbuster of a men's 4x4 beach volleyball final.
We could watch it every week.